All right, here's a quick tour of the property in Hot Springs, South Dakota. Inverted sandstone cliff surrounds the entire canyon, develops the canyon. The hot water comes out of the ground, the mineral spring at the base of that cliff right there, about a half-mile up. The water comes out and flows through our property. And I'll take you down there in just a second, but this is the house. It's a stacked 26 feet wide, 60 feet long, 5-bedroom, 3-bath, under total remodeling, construction right now downstairs. Upstairs is done. Upstairs is totally finished. Downstairs is underway. Garage 30 by 50. It's got a full finished room with its own 100 amp panel. There in front of my old work truck. Everybody in South Dakota has a work truck for sure. There's the property right there. You can see the reflection of the canyon face in the windows of the house. We want to expand the front of the house garage, and this is a look up the canyon right here. This property's 2.5 acres right here. Sorry for the wind in the camera. This is the garden right here. Big garden, huge garden. There's the cliff, that's where we are, that's what it looks like. There's the hot water down there. The warm water goes all the way past through the property. Now 2 miles downstream, it flows into the world famous Evans Plunge. You can Google that and learn about Evans Plunge in Hot Springs, South Dakota. That is straight south. That is straight north. The North Star is right there in the sky in the nighttime. Obviously there's east, and the sun always sets in the west. So here's the big garden right here. We have plenty of wind here in Hot Springs, South Dakota. It's always breezy. Sometimes it howls. We have a lot of hail, and the hail can be as large as lemons, and it will certainly destroy things. Ping pong ball hail is quite common. This is the mineral spring right here. Again, this water's coming out of the ground about a half-mile up. The brook, this is called Hot Brook. Here it flows through the property. It's about 78 degrees most of the time. I've seen it at 65 degrees when it's minus 10 outside. This is a pad for my pump. I have a 1.5 horsepower Gould's irrigation pump that we hook to sprinklers and irrigate our property. We have full water access and rights. The only thing we cannot do is stop the flow of the water or introduce new species to the water. Right now there's bluegill in here, rock bass, snapping turtles, leatherback turtles. There were goldfish in here. There is a power supply to the yard. That pole right there in the middle of the yard, that is a 240 watt power supply. So we got 240 out to the yard. We trenched, we're putting in a buried line for the pump system. There's the canyon. There's our neighbor's house. That's the only neighbor we have right there. Here's the canyon face. It's actually inverted if you walk up there. There's an old railroad bed right here. They've pulled the tracks. That is the old railroad bed. And here's the water flowing out. There's some big fish in there today. So this water has the minerals in it that the Sioux and the Cheyenne Indians used to battle over these waters, and they have a healing property to them. So a couple years ago I started some rock work, and the rock work is continuing actually. This is all going to be finished in rock. Big fire pit's going in right here. We're going to redo this bridge to go across. I built the bleachers, we call it the bleachers. Made a swimming hole for the kids right here, so they can get in there and swim right there. And as we look down the Hot Brook, we're gonna go to our big pond right here. Let me just pan around so you can see the house. There's obviously where the house is sitting. These are ash trees, a big cottonwood tree. And the wind is howling on top of up there. It's just absolutely, it always howls up top. Not so much down here, but it does get breezy for sure. You can hear it in the microphone of the camera. Sorry about that again. This this water right here. We're gonna finish this rock work and build a bridge that goes across, redo that whole bank over there. We have tables and benches that don't float or blow away. Started this rock work in 2008. Old rope swing, it's historic now. We don't use the rope swing, the branch will break. So I'm putting in a water slide instead. I took a water slide out of a hotel and we're gonna put that water slide in there. We're gonna dredge out the pond. It fills up with silt. There is silt that constantly flows down here. It's very fine. Has a lot of obviously mineral content to it, but this pond is normally about 7 feet deep. So we're gonna do that. And I have a driveway here, which connects my property to my other side with an old horse barn. Sitting up over here, there's an old horse barn. Used to have horses, cows, chickens, goats, and we can run power off that pole right there. We can run a 200 amp panel to that horse barn right there and get power. So we might come up with some kind of chicken coop. Maybe we can make one that's a green chicken coop off of wind or water power. This is what we call the jacuzzi right here. So we have our jacuzzi. I did all this rock work, sistered the edges, made steps that go down and in, 2 14-inch culvert pipes. And then when it floods, it comes over the top and it makes a lot of water, that's for sure. But there's the 2 culvert pipes and it flows down, goes under the old highway, and away it goes down to Evans Plunge. That's what it fills up. So this is the property in Hot Springs, South Dakota. Hot mineral water, plenty of sunshine, plenty of wind. A lot of opportunity to create a green environment. The house, the garden, the horse barn, hence chicken coop. Make it all green, that'd be fantastic. Appreciate you.